It is me, Aaron, also known as the notorious ATB for Mondays, where I'm letting you know all of the ins and outs of professional wrestling on Till Five's Last Week in Wrestling. Today, we're doing an After the Bell interview with my good friend, Theodus Crane here. Uh, you've been in so many movies. I find it great when I'm just like randomly watching something and I get my Theo appearance and I have to text you and be like, man, how did I not know this?
Um, until very recently, I did not do a lot of self promotion. It was one of my great joys to do a movie or a show, just not tell anybody I was in it and just wait for it. Because that was actually, you know what, that was what happened with The Walking Dead. Because I couldn't tell anybody, and then my phone blew up, and it just kind of tickled me, and so I just kept doing it.
Well, I mean, I remember watching The Walking Dead and being like, well, "Damn, who's this guy?" And I wanted you to be around more than you were, obviously. And then we met and hit it off, um, famously at the fanboy event where Keith and Pinky and Tom, as they've also done episodes with me of this recently, we all got to meet, hang out, have a good late night run to Waffle House.
As one does. And we were in Tennessee. That was Knoxville, right?
Yeah, we were staying at
Hmm.
I think it was a La Quinta in Strawberry Plains, maybe,
Probably.
probably. Um, and we had to make a call to my brother to bring some more moonshine down for Saturday because we had drank it all.
Man, those were days. That was like
Twenty
that one might have
thirteen.
been, no, for sure it's 2013, but that might have been like the height as far as partying at conventions went. Cause so that first year I did 37 conventions. So 37 out of 52 weeks I was on the road.
Well, we ran into each other several times. That's
Uh-huh.
the great irony is that me and you
Back when
kept.
you could do that.
Yeah, I would run into you at Lexington Comic Con and then turn around and see you at Walker Stalker and Fanboy. Yeah, Theo
Yeah.
was everywhere.
Yeah. And I mean, I'll be honest, that might have been a little bit of a mistake. Just as far as like from a like career as far as conventions went perspective. Like if you see me at every convention you go to, then what do you have to look forward to?
I get that, but at the same time, I feel like The Walking Dead, you had to milk that because they butchered it by the time it was all said and done, and the fan base had died off. I haven't watched any of these spinoffs, but
You know what, man? Like, I'll say this. I haven't seen any of the spin-offs either. I'm going to though. Just am curious about the Daryl Dixon one because it was like it had a real good run for especially for being a spin-off. Because I think they did like 5 seasons.
I
It was something that it just ended this year. It just ended like
wow,
a month ago.
okay. See, I want to watch the Andrew Lincoln. I want to see Rick's final.
Did
Like,
he have a show or a movie?
I think they did a movie with him and Michonne.
They did do it.
I like, but it was on AMC. I
I
thought.
know there was talk of it, but I didn't know if they actually did it. See, so also like between COVID and like just working on my career, stopped watching as much stuff. Like COVID fried my attention span. So like anything after COVID, anything that I hadn't watched before COVID and anything after COVID, it's kind of a wash because like I was looking at YouTube and Instagram. And so like watching a movie or an hour long TV show, out of the question. I just got back to the point where I'm watching movies and stuff again. So like I missed a lot of that I missed a lot just off of that. I've had to force myself to watch stuff, and I have like buddies that will watch certain shows with, like Castle Rock.
Yeah, I haven't. I watched a couple of episodes and it just didn't click for us.
I'm a big fan of Stephen King adaptations, so that
Ah,
one, especially the first season
mm,
with the Misery,
yeah.
the chick from Midnight, and just like that, she was so crazy. She was so crazy. She was no
See,
second
I really
season. I
like.
take it back.
Have you seen From on MGM on MGM Plus?
No, I don't have a GM.
Oh my god, I love this show.
What's it
Like,
about?
so it starts off with this family on vacation, and they have to take a detour because of trees in the road. They drive through this small town and just keep on driving, and then they end up driving through it again and again. And then the people start like running out to warn them, like, you can't be out of a night. You can't be
Mm,
out here of a night. Well, they try to leave, they wreck their RV,
mm.
and there are monsters that look humanoid and will rip your throat out that show up of a night. And there are these little talismans that they have in the homes that keep them from coming in the homes. So like the sheriff runs and sets it up in the RV because one of the family members can't get out. Yeah, love that show.
Okay, that's interesting. So they like entered into not a time loop, but basically it's some Freddy Krueger shit.
Everybody is stuck in this town, and there keeps being creepier shit happen. Like
Mm,
there's electricity, but when they dig down to the ground, they don't find where the cables go to.
that's
There's
dope.
Yeah, it is a really good show. It stars Mercutio from Romeo and Juliet. I can't remember his name.
Oh, excuse me.
Was it Harold Pernod? I don't remember. But
Wait, which Romeo and Juliet?
the
The
one with Leonardo DiCaprio.
oh, who played Mercutio? I don't remember their names at all. I remember
Yeah,
John Leguizamo was one of them, but I don't think he was Mercutio.
no. But you
Yeah,
remember the "'Tis a scratch, a scratch plague upon both your houses." Loved that
yeah,
scene.
yeah.
Um, and from that moment on, anytime I've seen him in a movie or something, I'm like, "Fuck yeah, Mercutio." So he plays the sheriff in From, and I love that show. I'm waiting for the rest of this season to come out so that I can reactivate my MGM. Um,
Excuse me.
as
Oh,
far as like family watching, we tend to do comedies, man.
I haven't found a family watch yet because like my kids are little, so the only thing you
Yeah.
can watch with them is like little kid shit. But like some of the stuff that I like to watch is kind of gory.
Hey,
You
I'm
know,
fine with
like
gore.
my wife isn't. She like the gore. So
Well,
I
have you
gotta
seen the new Scream?
she would not watch that.
Well, not she might not, but you might.
Oh well yeah.
It is
I haven't because I'm very behind. I don't think okay. No, I haven't because I've never seen the Scream movie.
none of them. So
It just never it like it when it was in theaters, I just had other stuff going on. And like it never came on when it was like a movie watching time.
see, my brother saw it over 50 times in theaters. He
The
was all
first
about
one?
Scream. Yeah, the original Scream. He was all about it. He had the movie theater poster up in his bedroom. um, so I've seen them all. The latest one is the goriest one by far.
Oh wow, okay.
That's why I say like the kills in it remind me very much of some of the stuff you get from like Saw 5.
See, I bounced around, so which one was five?
I don't know, but I'm just saying like after 3 it just kept getting bloodier and more random in how they killed people.
Oh yeah. They were just trying to top one another. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
like there's one spoiler alert. Girl is caught on some ropes on stage, and Ghostface just like starts slicing her while she's hanging. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. It's very similar to something you would have seen Jigsaw do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in his way, yeah.
But now you've never seen the Scream movies, and this is a great time to segue. But you were in Five Nights at Freddy's with Matthew Lillard
And Skeeto Rich.
and Skeetle. Yeah,
Yeah.
how are you gonna not see? Like, man, that's what they're
It
from.
just never, dude. It just I've seen parts of it. I know the lore of it. Like I watched the synopsis when they talk about because they were talking about the reunion of them two in the last one, and so they went over the storyline of all of like YouTube, videos. But like it's just never it's not that I didn't want to. I just never it was never something that came up at a time when I could watch it.
I get it. Well, Paramount Plus, they're all on there. If you're a Paramount fan, my
I might
aunt,
have to do that.
she's all about the was it Taylor Sheridan
Yeah,
shows.
I've seen it. I didn't realize whatchamacallit, Tulsa King was Taylor Sheridan.
Yeah, and ooh, you'd be fun in Tulsa Gang. I was
Dude,
actually
so I actually read for a role in Tulsa King and it was close, but I didn't get it. But like I
was it
haven't
Bigfoot?
seen nope.
Ah,
I can't I'm not gonna talk about it because I haven't seen it cast, I'm gonna believe it hasn't been cast and like they're just waiting to write it in. Cause I want that thing bad. I
well,
want that thing bad. And I think it was gonna segue into Frisco King.
cool.
But yeah, I
Uh,
started watching Tulsa King for that audition and like I never would have thought that I would believe that Sylvester Stallone was an old gangster.
but you do
But I do. I absolutely do. And I think he does a phenomenal job. I think
I
like they pull off that show very well.
unashamedly, I will watch anything that Garrett Hedlund is in,
Which one is he?
and he's the country boy that gets took under his wing.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's also in Country Strong. He's in the second Tron movie. I really like him as an actor,
Mm.
and my wife is like, "Oh, it's that guy you have a man crush on." See, but I've always been a fan all the way back. He was in Four Brothers, if you remember that one
For
with Mark.
the Mark Wahlberg and Andre 3000.
Yes, he
That was a
plays
good movie
Jack,
too.
the little brother who dies. It's
Oh
like Jack's
yeah.
got fans. That's Garrett Hedlund.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Yeah, and that
Dude, you're so good at remembering the name, like people's names.
I have an autographed 8x10 from that movie. Like that's from his
That's a really
character.
good movie.
That's yeah. But I've always been a fan of his, and Bigfoot in Tulsa King is actually a wrestler
That
from
makes
Kentucky.
sense. You know what? I want to say I'm really glad that wrestlers are starting to get their due in acting because just because people don't like the style of the acting, you can't deny the skill of the acting.
Mhm.
Like to be able to pull off a promo, like that kind of improv, and to like into the you're doing stunt work at a high level while still maintaining a story like the storyline and what you coming up with whatever you're gonna say. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
dude, it's such a great art.
imagine imagine if there was a live Broadway play on television every week, and you're expected to not mess up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, that's a perfect description. Yeah.
there's a guy on. I'm not a WWE fan, Their
Hmm.
product is not for me. I have accepted that. I cover it on the show,
Hmm.
but I love AEW, and it's on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Hmm.
And then there's also, well, AEW. They've got Maxwell Jacob Friedman, a young guy who's been popping up in movies. Like he's in Happy Gilmore too. He
Mm.
he
Nice.
plays one of the sons.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, and he
Yeah,
was
man.
in the Iron Claw. Like to see those
I
younger
still have to
guys,
see that movie. Oh my God, it looks so good.
it was
It
really
looks
good.
so good.
The Smashing Machine though was awful,
Yeah. It was awful.
awful.
You know what? I've heard it is like very polarizing. Where it's like you people either absolutely hate it or absolutely love it. Like either he deserved that Oscar or like what are you talking about? You
What
know?
are you talking about? That's
Okay, so what about it didn't you like? Did you think he did a good job portraying that
he did
character?
a good job portraying Mark Kurt. Yes,
Okay.
he
Just
was.
start
I
there.
don't have a complaint with The Rock's performance. I
Okay.
just
Okay.
feel
That's
like
good to know.
the story. I don't feel like there's enough meat on that story in the way that they ended it for a motion picture.
Mm.
I felt like the ending came about very rushed, and I didn't really know who I was supposed to care about. So it
Mm.
wasn't on The
Okay.
Rock. It was on the writing of that movie to me.
Yeah. That's a shame. You know,
Yeah.
Ving Rhames played Sonny Liston in a movie, and it's the same thing, man. Like Ving Rhames was amazing. He was absolutely incredible, and he was the only thing good about that movie.
Well, um, there was a UFC fighter that was playing Mark Coleman in it, and he did really well. Of course, he did. He was playing a UFC fighter, and he is a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
But for The Rock to have gone through the transformation he did,
Hmm.
yeah, it was really good. But I feel like honestly, Jumanji was probably a better movie, a Academy Award worthy movie than The
Wow.
Smashing Machine was. I just wasn't feeling it.
Isn't that funny? Like you'll hear something like that from somebody, like, all right, now I have to watch it.
Well, so I'm a big fan of I'm gonna pull up my app here. Letterboxed. I keep
Hmm.
track of every movie I watch and I rank them and everything through the year. And Smashing Machine did not come close to my top 10. But I will say, if you've not gotten a chance to see it, and it is kid friendly,
Oh, wait,
Hail
really?
Mary. Hail Mary.
Oh,
No,
oh,
different.
okay,
We're
okay,
switching
okay.
movies.
Oh, okay.
Hail Mary with Ryan Gosling,
When
where
did it come out?
he's an astronaut. It came out last year.
I did not hear about that. Ryan
Project
Gosling is
Hail
busy
Mary
too.
is the other name of it. I
Oh,
don't remember.
Project Hail Mary. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've heard that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Kid
really
friendly. All
loved
right.
that movie. We watched it, and I was like, "Oh my god, I want a Rocky, the little alien in it."
Oh man. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now,
Yeah. Ryan Gosling, he's one of those that like he I hate to say anybody can do no wrong because just give him time, but like he's on a real good streak.
I feel like Ryan Gosling is what they would really want Glenn Powell to be.
Yeah, of course.
They've shoved Glenn Powell down our throats for the last couple of years. That it's more of a detriment for me.
I don't think he's a bad actor.
I
I
don't.
don't think he's a bad actor, and I don't think he's like bad looking or anything. Like he uses both well, and I think because I saw the movie he did with Sydney Sweeney, Anyone But You. I
Yes,
have a secret love for rom com.
there's no problem in that.
Yeah,
Man,
but
there's zero problem in that.
I think he did really well. I think like I don't know if Sydney Sweeney had done many rom coms, so I don't feel bad in saying I think he carried her through that movie. Like she did well in her own right, but like he was like the rom com actor. and then I saw him in something else, and he was a completely different kind of actor. Like that right there, first and foremost, like if you got some range, any kind of range, you know. But then I haven't seen Running Man. I think Running Man is the one I would see next, just because like I have a base reference and I have a feeling of what I think it should be. And
See,
so if it's
I'm gonna, as much as I just shit on Glenn Powell, I actually really liked that movie, and I recommend you check it out.
fair enough. All right, good, good.
I thought that one was a lot of fun.
You know
Um,
what? I think I know what you're saying. Like it's not that Glenn Powell is bad. It's just that we don't want that much of him or
yep.
that much of him yet. Yeah, because like
I,
Ryan Gosling definitely had a season where all we saw was him.
yeah, when La La Land was out,
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Yep.
like he was in a movie every 6 weeks, and
Yep.
we needed a break.
Yeah, and I think every one of those guys has their cycle of it. Um,
Well,
I
Taylor
think with
Kitsch, he was one that kind of got shoved down everybody's throat, and then all of his movies did not turn out like they thought they would.
yeah,
And
you
one
know who
summer, he had that awful Battleship movie.
was it just called Battleship?
Yeah, the one that's based on the
Okay,
board game. He
it
had
was really based on the board game.
yes, you didn't see
Oh, I absolutely did not see that. I
dude
heard Battleship
Alien.
was like
So
aliens.
so we they're set up for war games. American Navy ships are with I think it's Japan, but aliens end up showing up during the war games, and the rockets that the aliens are shooting look like the pegs from the board game. Yeah, it was
See,
uh,
why are you so surprised that I haven't seen that movie and then you described that movie to me? And it's like,
because it was everywhere for a while. It pops up all the time now on like TNT.
well, I remember because I remember they were casting for it too, because I think they shot some, at least some of it in New Orleans. But like, so I saw it a lot, and I just like if I see a title, I'll just keep an eye out for it. But I was like, not Battleship, especially if it's based on that. I just wasn't a fan of the game.
I like the game. I mean, it's a
Like
fun
it's
board game.
cool, but I would. There's so many other games I'd rather play.
Board games don't make movies. I
That's the
don't.
other thing. Like maybe Monopoly. Like maybe Monopoly. If you make Monopoly like um a mix of planes, trains, and automobiles, and it's a mad, 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 mad world, you'd be on to something.
So what about like a Monopoly movie, but it's about these people who keep buying up properties, and then the housing market bottoms out on.
Can't make it too real. Can't make it too real. That's the only thing. You cannot make it too real.
Well,
It's got to be unbelievable bad guys and some kind of way. Like Mr. Monopoly cannot be a good guy, but also he has to be a cartoonish. Like it has to be such satire because otherwise it
Anthony
will just
Hopkins.
be
The answer is Anthony
bravo,
Hopkins.
bravo, and see that because like anything other than absurdist surrealism is going to be too close to home.
Yeah,
It's
and
going
then
to
the
feel too
aliens
real.
look like cats in Battleship. Yeah, but the same
I
summer he
think
had.
somebody just had a hard on for aliens when they were writing that. They wrote that movie already. It was like, no, just throw some aliens in there. Like, no, we already wrote the movie. Let's throw some aliens in there.
He also had. There was some. I forget the name of it right now, but he plays like a drug dealing badass, and it's him and his best friend, and their girlfriend gets killed, and Salma Hayek's in it. Yeah, it didn't do well, but it was the most fun one of the bunch because he also
Mm,
had John Carter of Mars come out the same summer.
that was not a bad movie.
But it was too damn long and promoted horribly.
It was promoted horribly. I didn't even mind the time. Like, I enjoyed that movie.
I
I
enjoyed
didn't,
it. First watch, loved it. Second watch is when I was like, okay, this is too long.
interesting. Well, yeah, I don't know if I would go back and watch it again, but I will watch it through that timeline. Also, I want to go back and say one thing. One actor whose like saturation moment I'm enjoying is Michael B. Jordan.
Fuck yeah. Well,
Like
you
he makes some great choices.
Love Strangers, or Love Sinners, sorry,
Mm.
and you're in it. I guess you were a stunt double as well,
Yeah, I double cornbread. And yeah, like
and then you
it
played a
was.
bouncer that
Yeah, I
really,
played the bouncer. I was the guy who let him in this time around. You
and
know.
that's well for me watching that moment, and that's anytime I've talked to somebody who hasn't seen Sinners,
Hmm.
I'm like, you have to watch the credits scene because for me, when I watched it the first time, I was like, that was good. But then when I watched it the second time and saw the credits scene, I was like, all right, they're still fucking alive and still ready to go in today's era. I like, and it made me love the story. That one little scene is all that it took to turn it into something I loved because it was, it felt like, all right, so we've closed it off and the whole thing was about the kid getting the guitar. Which I know that's dumbing it down, but that was my dumbed
Yeah.
down way of taking it. And then when that credits scene happened, it just opened up to so many more possibilities.
Hmm. Yeah. It told a fuller story.
Now,
You know, like you have more information to add to all of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and by all means, give me a sequel. Like I'm good with sequels to this one.
I'm so glad he's not making one. I'm so glad he's not making one. Cause like it would be nearly impossible to pull off. Cause you've got to surprise, like just surprise people.
It did.
This shock people. You got to do that again, and they know it's coming.
Will you shock them in a different way?
What way? What are you gonna top it? Go ahead, top it.
No,
Top it.
but you say that how are you going to top it? I feel like I don't know that he topped it, but I think he gave us different versions to tell us a really cool trilogy so far. And as I understand, the last one's coming. The Cloverfield movies.
You know what? I never saw the second one. I never saw the John Goodman one.
Okay, 10 Cloverfield Lane is really good. We watched it again the other night.
Mm-hmm.
My wife loves John Goodman. Like she always said that she wanted to marry Dan, and I'm like, honey, you kind of did. Like I'm Dan from Roseanne. I'm gonna rub your feet, and we're gonna pick at each other, and that's it.
I would change the references because of how that story ended.
Well, I mean, Dan ended up not really being dead,
No, he was dead.
but they
He
changed it.
was he was dead because, but she wrote the story differently in her head and made it that he ran off. But like at the end of the show,
But when they brought
she
back the show,
oh
they brought it back, and
oh
Dan wasn't dead. Roseanne ends up dying of a drug overdose a couple of years later.
well, we know why that happened, but
Yeah.
but Dan wasn't dead. Wait a minute.
I just blew your mind.
I don't
Yep.
want to watch the new Roseanne. Now I gotta watch the new Rose because like it ended. It was so wild. It was like, wait a minute, you know, and then like I even understand bringing it back because like there's a bunch of ways you could tell, you know, keep telling that story, but like, damn, being alive wasn't anything on my bingo card.
Yeah, it was a dream, of course. But my
But
introduction to Michael B. Jordan, as far as an actor,
hmm
Fruitvale Station.
yeah,
The
yeah,
first time I saw like it, for me to watch somebody give a performance that genuinely makes me hurt, that's awesome to me. And when I watched Fruitvale Station and him like, don't shoot me as he gets shot in the back, I was just like, oh my God. And he made it real. And to
hmm
me, seeing an actor, and that was when I was like, I will watch anything he does. I
hmm
don't I didn't care much for Creed 2.
really,
I didn't like the fight scenes in it.
okay.
The heavy CGI fight scenes took me out of it. But of course I still went and watched Creed 3 though.
Yeah.
because I'll watch anything he's in. I
Creed
put
3
him
was
in
more
Gary.
grounded though. I will say that.
Good. I would say Fantastic Four helped him do that.
Well, god damn, I forgot he was Johnny Blaze. Oh, wowzers.
That movie was
He's
bad.
he's had quite the career.
Yeah.
Quite the fucking career.
To rebound from Fantastic Four, which that wasn't. I didn't. I'm a purist of Fantastic Four. It is obviously not a matter of their race. Just make Sue and Johnny the same race. Really got to me. Like,
Their brother and sister, like how much is he changing? Yeah, no, I get that. Like,
yeah,
make them brother and sister, and don't make it fucking adopted.
yeah. Like,
Um,
I don't care what actors you use. I don't give a shit. But
Wait
at
a
least
minute.
make them be siblings.
Could you imagine if instead of Johnny Storm, they made him Doctor Doom?
That would have been a lot better. I
Yeah,
feel like him storming down the hallway would have been a lot more menacing than that other guy. And him squaring off against Miles Teller would have gave that
yeah,
visual better.
yeah, yeah, man. But
We're gonna
he
get
got
you
the.
into the MCU at some point.
I just got to figure out. I got to figure out who. Like, I've had a couple of auditions for different shows and movies, and like I've been in one. Excuse me, I was in Cloak and Dagger
Yeah,
briefly, but
I did
like,
I did some research. I never watched that one, but
mhm,
I was like, oh, Theo was in Cloak and Dagger. Very cool.
yeah, yeah, but like, yeah, I like a character like um one that I really wish I would have got. That he was in The Punisher. He was the guy who was like Frank Castle's voice of reason. He would show up, I mean, I can't remember his name. I think it was the detective. Uh, but like I read for that, and there's a few other like really good, like real good roles that I what a gist. But I like the idea of dream casting. I do it a lot for my friends. Like when I was in acting class, I would, me and a friend of mine were like, well, who would this person be, and who, whatever. So like, I'm starting to do it for myself. Um, but that means I got to start going back and like reading shit again because I don't remember any of it. And there's new stuff now. Like, did you hear 50 Cent is adapting his graphic novel?
No, I didn't.
Hold on, let me see.
Um, so I mean, I vote that like worst case scenario, we get you in as Sasquatch and Alpha Flight somehow.
Mm,
We get you in that suit. That gets you the stunt double work easy. Get you
I can
the
do the whole character. I
the
can do the
foot in
whole
the door.
character.
Yeah, you can do this the everything there.
Also, have you heard of a graphic novel called Bone Parish?
No,
I just found out about this is what 50 Cent's developing. But it's three graphic novels. I think three or four. I think I'm gonna check them out, man, because like it sounds really interesting. And it's based in New Orleans, and I love to see how they use that story wise. Like there's some like real cool, like the way they use New York for Spider Man. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like Spider Man doesn't work in too many other cities.
no.
This the same way anyway. So like, um, I love the way they use New Orleans in that way. So I'm curious. So, he bought Shreveport essentially.
He watched what?
He bought like Shreveport, Louisiana.
Oh yeah. Well,
Like,
dude, Fitty buys everything.
why not? Like why not? Why not
I,
just get it? Like
I
if you can, you might as well.
My favorite Fitty moments were the moments with Floyd Mayweather. I'll
Yeah.
give you $100,000 if you can read a page of Green Eggs and Ham.
Oh man. Yeah.
Loved it. And then the fact that he bought Ja Rule's back catalog.
Everything. Oh, he bought his. I didn't know he bought his back catalog. I knew
He
he
has the
bought.
rights to Ja Rule's music now. Was what
Oh,
I've listened.
that's
That was my understanding of his way of being like, all right, well, anytime you
that's
perform, I'm getting
incredible.
paid.
That's incredible. I knew about the like buying the first two rows or first 200 rows. I don't know how many rows, but like a significant number of rows. No, the first 8 rows of a Ja Rule concert. Like he
And it being
bought.
empty.
Yeah. I was like, that's bad, but like buying his catalog, Jesus Christ, that's
I mean,
nefarious.
yeah, he's got the money. Yeah, I I enjoy that side of him.
I mean, like he wrote a couple of books, right?
No, what I've seen with outside of his music was the Power Show. I really
So
liked the first couple of
he
seasons.
he has the Power Universe. And I actually am gonna be on Power Origins coming
Cool.
up. Yeah, but he what was I talking about? A blank.
Wonder why.
Uh, no, what did he do? I was just telling you about something that 50 Cent did.
Yeah, I cut you off and got to talking about Power.
Hmm.
I really liked Power, and then I think I watched most of Ghost, but I slowly started checking out there.
That's the thing about this big universe is like we were talking about before, Walking Dead. Like you get so many spinoffs, it's just hard to keep up.
Yeah,
Like,
I liked Fear the Walking Dead while it was on.
yeah, that show started out really well. Um, I tried to I flirted with the idea of getting back into a little bit of anime,
Hmm.
and um I watched this one show. I watched a live action version of the show called One Piece.
Okay.
And it was phenomenal. Like the live action was phenomenal, but I found out it was based on an anime. I think it was something crazy, like 1,000 episodes.
I've
Like
never watched it, but I know it's huge.
how do people consume this much media? Like what kind of time do these people have? Like I don't have the time to do that. Like
Well,
I would love to be up on a show. They're up on multiple shows.
I Mondays I cover the last week in wrestling, and
Hmm.
that's WWE has Mondays and Fridays, AEW has Wednesdays and Saturdays, MLW has Saturdays, NWA has Saturdays,
Wait, what's MLW?
Major League Wrestling.
Is
Uh,
NWA like the same NWA from back in the day?
it's okay. Let me cover MLW for you real quick because you're gonna like this tidbit.
Hmm.
Paul Walter Hauser debuted for him this week
Okay.
and actually had a really fun match. Like he's a fun wrestler to watch, fun
Hmm.
Twitter follow too.
Nice.
Um, and that's a company I've recently discovered from my show, just deciding to try something new with it.
Hmm.
And then NWA, so well, not many, but like 15 years ago, there was TNA Wrestling. They were about to go out of business. They got a loan from Billy Corgan,
Hmm.
and he tried to buy the company. They screwed him out of money. He ended up buying the NWA, and he has ran it ever since. And it is on. It's about to start streaming on Tubi every
Mm.
Wednesday. I think it's going to be on there. It's on Comet TV right now,
Hmm.
and Comet has the latest episode free on their website. You can watch it. MLW is free on YouTube every
Oh,
week.
okay.
every Saturday night. And then what really made me dive into all this, and I guess this is the moment that we're going to have that segue into the Juggalos, is I started watching JCW last year, Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
Oh,
It is on every Thursday night on YouTube. It is hilarious. They've got a wrestler named Cocaine
of course they do.
who pulls out a bag of cocaine to help power himself up before winning his matches. They've got Yabo and Ruffo. They paint themselves up like clowns and even have the long shoes.
Yeah.
And they're the brothers of Funstruction. The Outbreak are zombies. And they actually make it work. That's the great thing about them. All in all, their world champion currently is this guy Caleb Conley,
Hmm.
and I've watched Caleb for 15 years on the independent scene, and they're
Yeah.
finally pushing him as a main guy there. So I love to see that for him. I
Yeah.
interviewed him
Yeah.
on my wrestling show a couple of months back.
Nice.
Super nice guy. But yeah, that's JCW and the Juggalo community I have found are generally some of the nicest, most loving people on the face of the earth, and I never would have expected it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Never have a bad time.
So, two of your more recent independent films,
Hmm.
Don't Die and Off Ramp, uh, I think both of them are available on Tubi or Amazon Prime right now. But the
Yep.
app Just Watch, if you type in a movie title, it'll tell you where it's streaming. So if you're watching this at a later date, just go there and they'll tell you where it's at. Off Ramp, how did you get into this first off?
Um, Honestly, independent film community in New Orleans, man. Like Nate Tate, I've worked with on a bunch of projects. You know those people that you see all the time and you just take for granted how often you've seen them, but they've just been like Nathan. I've been working with Nathan Tate since I started acting. Like from I believe he worked the episode of my first acting gig on this show called Breakout King.
Okay. Oh,
And
I watched that show on A&E, I think it was.
I think it was Andy. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it had
Um,
the bald headed asshole was the main guy. I remember that show.
oh,
Damn, you
that
just
asshole. Wait a minute.
the New Yorker accent. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
remember his
yeah,
name.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yes, yeah, yeah.
yeah, but that was his
Yeah,
whole shtick was he's a bald headed asshole.
yeah, 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 yeah. That and that, and so like Nathan hit me up one day and he was like, "Hey man, well, they shot me an audition and I did it and then got the call back. Uh like I'm sometimes it takes me a little bit to put that because you meet enough people, you have to kind of dig through the memory banks to put two and two together. So like it wasn't until we got on set that I realized that I've been working with him my whole career. But like we did the audition, we did the callback, and it was like a Zoom audition. And yeah, it just worked, like I get where he's coming from with his writing. I really like his writing.
Yeah.
Um and he actually his writing partner on that, Tim Cairo, is one of my favorite writers, one of my favorite film writers. He wrote a movie called Low Life. And I love like I love that movie so fucking much. And so like it also worked because like whenever I get an audition, I research the filmmakers and what they've done and things like that. So when I saw that he was working with Tim Cairo, I was like, oh hell yeah. Um and so like also that style, like their brand of storytelling, I feel like I get, and so like the audition went really well and really seamlessly, and then so the callback partly because of that, and I love just the way they write and the way they shot, like So I was up. We were out there for 2 weeks. It was like peak COVID, you know. And uh, my daughter had just been born 2 weeks prior, and she was because she came. She was a little late. And so she was supposed to have been there for like a month or so. So I'd got some time in
Mm.
and all that. But like she came late and so I was there for 2 weeks and then I was off shooting off ramp and trying not to catch COVID. And we shot it all in this trailer. So like like the whole like most of that movie was shot in one trailer. And Brown Moye is the DP, the director of photography, and between him and Nate, man, like they made magic. Cause like we will look at the dailies, cause like we're in like the middle of nowhere, Louisiana. Like we are very close to where this movie is based. We're a hop, skip, and a jump from Mississippi at this point. Um, and like that story is told very well, I think, but like it was authentic than a motherfucker too. Like the way that set decoration didn't feel like it felt like we were in somebody's room the whole time. You know what I mean? Like it was he did it on a really like shoestring budget. That's the thing I was most impressed by. Like when we look at the dailies, I know like essentially how much it costs to make this movie. Cause like we talk about those things coming into it, like, how'd you get this up, and to see what they were able to pull off for that little money, I was just like, I will work on whatever the fuck you got going on, man. You got a fan.
I am a stickler for production value. Like
Hmm.
if it looks cheap, it checks me out
Yeah.
very quickly. And
Yeah.
that's for all because I was like, really? A jug because at the time I had just started watching Lunacy, so it was very much I don't know that I really want to watch this. Like
Mm.
I have
What's
liked
lunacy?
it's the JCW wrestling show.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's what they call it. And I was doing I need to do more of them. Till five flicks where I go over five random movies
Hmm.
and I covered off ramp. And because I had ended up thoroughly enjoying it. It was one of those things I put on randomly and then was like, all right. So yeah, I fully support Nathan Tape and all the stuff that he's got going on. I know him and have you ever watched Precious Juggalos?
No. Is that so that was the other juggle because I knew there were two Juggalo movies. It was Off Ramp and one other one. Is it Precious Juggalos the other
No, it's
one?
not a movie. It
Oh,
is
okay.
Shovel is a painter and he gets precious moments figures and random stuff and will jugify them. And that's I watch Shovel on YouTube a lot.
Hmm.
My wife really loves him. I've got a little Buddha that he did for me over there on my shelf. And yeah, Precious Juggalos was all like, yeah, check out Nathan. Maybe you can. And I think I do need to check out about getting Nathan on for an After the Bell interview.
That would be great because like he's also done some more since then. He made a movie called NPC, non-playable character that I'm also in. And he's working on a movie that we're about to start filming in mid to late July. Um, he because he not only directs, he does direct photography. He does a lot. He knows filmmaking. But that's also like why the movie's so good
Yeah.
because like he knows how to make movies. It's not just like doing what you think is flashy and will work. It's like making a good movie.
Were,
Um,
were you familiar with the Juggalos before?
oh yeah, oh yeah,
Okay,
oh yeah. I'm
I
from
didn't know.
Atlanta, and in Atlanta. the Juggalos can only perform at one venue indoors, and that was the Masquerade. And I used to do security at the Masquerade for extra cash, and so I've done a couple of ICP shows and Juggalo shows. And one show, Violent J was on stage and he punched a 2 liter of Fago. I'm standing in the entrance to this big ass room where this concert is going on. It's got to be like, if we're talking yards, like 40, 50 yards from the stage to where I was. He punts his 2 liter of Fago. It shoots off like a rocket across the room, hits me square in the nuts. Like, we all watched it.
Oh my God,
It's just
that's
like
great.
there's no way that it is gonna. Oh my God! I don't even know if he knows he did that.
Oh, I'm sending my wife a note because I'm gonna have to make a clip of that one.
Yeah, man.
You can wait on that because I'm gonna invite you to be a collaborator and Jay to be a
Like,
collaborator and Fago to be a collaborator.
yeah, man. Hell yeah. Cause like we had some fun with Juggalos, man. I've always wanted to go to the gathering, but like,
It's in Missouri this year. If you're feeling
yeah, I don't know. I
ballsy,
don't know, man. I don't know. That's the thing. I'm not real ballsy lately.
see, I would like to go to an ICP concert.
Yeah.
I don't know that the
They
gathering
are
is for
a lot
me.
of fun. ICB concerts, I will say, are a lot of fun. The thing about the gathering that I find so fascinating, that it's a circus. It's an act like they make it like in avant-garde circus and like vaudeville is like kind of my thing. I used to say when I was young that when I was 18, I'm gonna run away to the circus. Because like for a while I was gonna like, I don't want to do the military, whatever. And no, I'm gonna join the circus. That was and
I don't think that would have worked out very well.
uh
The circus is kind of a dead business nowadays.
nowadays, but when I was 18, you could still do that shit. When I was
Um,
18, you could still pull that shit off. And I think I would have liked it. That's the problem. That's the bad part. I think I would have liked it.
so you like the vaudeville? You're big on New Orleans, and you like horror. I'm guessing American Horror Story. Big fan of.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Okay,
I didn't that was another one that like I didn't get into the later seasons. Um, but like like every season being a different time period, a different storyline, and a different like set of killers and style of killers and stylish. Ah, I love it. I fucking love it. It's like high fashion horror.
it's one of those shows that you can flip around any season and watch. That's what I really
Hmm.
like about it.
You
Uh,
can watch it in different orders. You can like do it
well,
chronologically. You could do it,
I watched it in the most random order because I want to say it was after I didn't watch Coven until right before Armageddon came out, I think. Because I
Yeah.
had bounced around like Freak Show. I loved it.
Yep. That was one of the better ones.
And I really liked Roanoke. I know a lot of people shit on it, but I enjoyed it. I like that uh, Croatoa story.
I didn't see Roanoke. I don't
Um,
think I saw Roanoke. What
Kathy
season?
Bates is in it.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
she plays this mad bitch in it, and she's great. Love it.
Kathy Bates is great.
Yeah, Kathy Bates is pretty great. Anytime that she wants to play a psycho, she really takes it up another level.
Yeah. 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 Yeah,
So,
man.
what can you tell me about Don't Die?
Don't Die. Another one that we filmed in deep COVID. It actually got pushed a couple of times because of COVID protocols. Um, great story. Another one of those is that it was a film built around a location. So like that we had access to this house in Tennessee,
Hmm.
and they wrote the story around it, and it's a story of a man who gets kidnapped by a black market pharmacy, and they're trying to do some nefarious things, and he
I
has to
saw the
figure out.
trailer. I noticed that you were marked up like you were ready to be, a kidney donor.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was definitely yes. They picked their cuts.
Yes. Like you were a cow heading to slaughter. Yeah. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. And I mean, they did a really good job telling that story, man. And it was a labor of love, and it's people that I will absolutely be working with again.
Cool.
And actually, we're working on a horror comedy. Me and the director and one of the producers are we just started talking about working on this horror comedy. So I'll have more information about that soon. Um,
Um, I know, I know that it wasn't like widely seen. I love those schlocky, like make fun of movies. The Starving
oh, the
Games.
parrot.
Yeah, parodies.
Man, the
did
Starving
you
Games is a shocker.
did you get to chit chat with Josh about that movie on the set of?
I forgot that I was in it until like San Diego Comic Con. Yeah, yeah. I forgot I was in it till San Diego Comic Con, and I hadn't thought like, oh wow, I was in a movie. I was in the parody version of a movie here. I'm not gonna mention it now though. Maybe I'll see you later. I'll tell you later. And so no, I haven't told him.
You need to. That would be
But
great.
yeah, yeah, like when it occurred to me, it was like, oh, this is gonna be fun.
Can't
Uh,
miss every shot. I think was the lead character's name.
yeah, can't miss every shot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a fun movie, man. That was another New Orleans, like a lot of New Orleans actors who have gone on and do other real good things are in that. Um, and they like that was like from the audition to the ride home after it was done. It was just a ton of fun. Um, I only wore a diaper that whole shoot because you never see my character's pants, and so they were like, "We're not buying pants."
You should have just wore a
Yeah.
diaper.
I wore three diapers. It was they wanted to add some fullness, and so like that was back when I had a little less self control when it came to crafty.
Hmm.
And so I would use my first layer of diaper as a pocket, and I just like put chocolate in
You're like storing sweets for
there.
when the director
Yeah,
says cut. You're like,
yeah, exactly. They offer you some chocolate. Yeah, man, that was a ton of fun. Um, and like it's been really interesting. Like every now and again, somebody, wait a minute, were you in the Starving Games? Like you saw the Starving Games? Because it'll be like a kid, it'll be like a teenager. Like, oh right, that's who that movie was made for.
what? Like
Not,
the
not,
one that
not explicitly, but like for sure. You
I will
know,
always, the only one that I have ever hated and I will always comment on is the worst parody is Epic Movie. I went
that
and
was a little
watched.
bit after Starving Games, right?
No, this was before.
That was before.
I'm pretty sure it was because this was they were spoofing Pirates of the Caribbean a lot,
Oh,
and
I'm not thinking about the same movie.
it went out into theaters. And I'm sorry, but if I pay for a movie ticket and your movie's under an hour, I feel like I was ripped off.
Under an hour?
Yes. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, you got to get your money back on that one. Under an
Um,
hour is crazy.
But like date movie, I remember buying it just because I knew it was going to be dumb fun.
Yeah.
Like parody movies are a blast. Shit, I watched Hot Shots back in the day. That was one of my favorite movies.
Do you know the thing about Hot Shots that I really like? It was a parody movie, but it was like an original movie. You know, it wasn't like taking some like a specific movie and making a parody. It was I feel like there was a little bit more thought that went into that script. For sure a lot
That's
more money that went into that script, but like
the Naked Gun movies.
oh my God.
Parodies, but they also told stories. I hate
Yeah.
that we're not getting another one with Liam Neeson. I saw that the other day.
Was it good?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
I haven't gotten to watch it yet, but I heard it was really good. And I heard Pamela Anderson was good too.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Another one that probably slipped by that I watched recently at a friend's suggestion, Code 3 with
Is that a military show?
no, it's ambulance,
Okay, yeah.
paramedics.
I kind of avoid those. Like the procedure as far as like the procedurals specifically about the ambulance ones. Uh it's like the tiniest bit triggering. Like after a while you just see people just getting all jacked up and just like, oh, I think I've had
I
it.
think well, first off, it's like dark comedy at points.
Okay. Okay.
It
So it's
stars
not a straight up procedural.
Rainn Wilson from The Office.
Oh, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
Dwight.
Okay. Maybe I did hear about this.
But
Who's
it's
the partner?
oh god,
Because
can't
isn't
remember his
that the
name.
one where like they show up and the person's been dead for a while or something like that? Like wasn't that the trailer? The
Oh, they showed up at the nursing home, and the
yeah
person had all rigor mortis had already set in.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I do remember that. Wow, was that like NBC?
ABC because
Okay,
it's on Hulu now.
okay.
It was a movie.
It
I
was a
think
movie.
you're thinking about oh god, there was another paramedic show that did the rigor mortis bit.
Okay,
But this
and
one, it's
and
Rainn
that's how it
Wilson's
fell through the
last day,
cracks. Okay,
and it's him and his partner preparing for his last day, and it's just all the shit that he has to deal with.
it's a movie though.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's I
Oh,
think
that sounded
right
good.
at
Okay,
hour and a half, 2 hours. So it's
nice.
a nice kill some time, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and I think Send Help is another one that everybody needs to check out.
Mm-hmm. I've heard about that one.
Yeah.
Did you see that interview that Rainn Wilson was interviewing Bryan Cranston? And they had this acting game.
Mm-mm.
They did his acting game. It's a really great clip. So the setup is they both have to they're gonna act a scene. The scene is you're a baker and you just made some French bread, but the French bread is laced with poison and you're going to give it to your wife because she's terminally ill and you want to ease her suffering. And at some moment in the scene, you have to contemplate eating the bread yourself. And I think they had like two or three lines, very simple, but like I'd never seen that done on a podcast before, first off. And second
Interesting.
off, Bryan Cranston can act his ass off.
Yeah, that's
Oh my God, he can act his ass off.
you know, one of his early roles was a Power Rangers villain. He was, I think, the Oz monster, maybe, or
Like this motherfucker's done everything.
yeah. Well, and then it comes full circle with the live action movie a couple of years ago, and he plays Zord, or yeah, he plays Zordon.
I did hear about that one. But he was a villain back in the day.
Yeah,
That's
I think that
amazing.
it was the one with all the eyes or something. But yeah, back in the original 1993, 94 Power Rangers.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Bryan Cranston has been part of everything.
that's amazing. I wish I would have gotten to work with him. I was on that show, Your Honor,
Yeah. I like
but
I watched the first season.
yeah, but like, okay, so that show got interrupted by COVID.
Fucking naturally.
Yeah, so like, cause I think that was still episode. I mean, season one. Um, and like there a bunch of stuff happened after that. I saw like in the news, whatever. But like, I was supposed to be in 3 episodes, right? And I did my first episode, then COVID hit, and they cut me out. And that's I'm fine with that. Like, I'd rather it be that than like get fired for something dumb. Um, and also like if it's not safe to go to work, it's not safe to go to work. Man, I think it's safe to go to work. So yeah, I'd rather be safe.
Yeah.
But God, like, because I, I probably wouldn't have watched the show if I hadn't auditioned for it,
Mhm.
right? Um, and goddamn, he's good. He's just so like, because he's already done like two iconic characters,
Yeah.
and because you like think about Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp has been Jack Sparrow, and I feel like Jack Sparrow has taken a little bit of Johnny Depp with him.
I feel like Johnny Depp has played the same person for majority of his movies for the last 15 years.
But that's what I mean. I
Yeah.
think like because he used to be. I mean, think about Edward Scissorhands.
He did
Um,
one movie where he played a teacher that I
that's
felt
not
like he went out of character for what I'm used to from Johnny Depp anymore.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Boys Don't Cry, and then 21 Jump Street. Like 21 Jump Street is a departure from any of that shit. You know what I mean? But like
Absolutely.
he started getting creative with like characters and stuff. But like I feel like once he did Jack Sparrow, it was like,
Well, if you look at like Sweeney Todd, Mad Hatter, and Jack Sparrow are all very similar performances from him.
hmm. Well, okay.
It's flaily arms and wild hair.
I feel like less so with Sweeney Todd, but I see what you're saying.
I feel like
Like,
that was. I love Sweeney Todd more than the Alice in Wonderland movies, but
yeah, for sure. Um, but also
oh, The
the
Professor is the movie where he plays a teacher. Of course, that's the name.
I mean, it makes sense. When did that come out?
2018,
Okay. Oh, okay.
right before the Crimes of Grindelwald came out, the Harry Potter
Okay.
movie
Yeah,
where
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Because that was something happened and like somebody got replaced and they brought in Johnny Depp, right?
yeah, um,
Yeah, like somebody got canceled or some shit.
yeah, somebody got canceled. I don't remember which one it was that was playing him.
Oh, neither.
Yeah, that's how it works.
But like, I guess because Johnny Depp is a brilliant actor. Also, a run is a run, and once your run is over, your run is over. You know what I mean? Like, I
I
think,
feel to me, Depp is one of those actors that once he got to the top, he quit acting.
Right.
And Daniel Day-Lewis never quit acting. He's an actor. He's not a movie
He is
star. I
yeah.
guess that's the difference.
Yeah. I
You
think Johnny Depp transcended from great actor to movie star.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think a lot of people expected that to happen for Norman and Andrew after The Walking Dead, but I don't feel like either one of them quite made that jump.
And it makes sense that he didn't, right? Because like if you think about it, having a successful IP does not guarantee that it's going to translate to everything else that you do. Also, like Norman Reedus has been on that show for how long? Like, I think he's chilling. I don't think, and like, I don't know the guy. I can't say anything about him or his intentions, but like, I feel like he was like, why, I'll do like art shit when I want to do art shit, but like for a check, this is cool. He's
I mean,
just in
yeah.
in Europe making a show for like he's just yeah. I think this is his European vacation, and it just ended, and now he's gonna go do something else.
Speaking of European vacations, did you see The Tourist with Johnny Depp?
No,
Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie. Quite possibly the worst performance of either one of them's career.
oh, they seem
It
like they would work so well together.
it is entirely a vacation movie for them. Like there is no effort being made. It was bad.
Well, I
But
mean, but like I said, you're once you have your run and it comes to an end, because like I even remember was it The Secret Window?
yeah,
Yeah, like back when I could watch a slow burn. Oh my God. I love that movie. I love that movie. But
I
like
really
Johnny
liked that
Depp
one
could
too.
do no wrong for a long time. Yeah. It was different. It was odd. You know what it was? He was doing odd stuff. He was doing just whatever he wanted for a while. And it seemed like he got to
Look,
a place of comfort.
Finding Neverland, completely different than everything else he was doing at the time. Great performance, but then he turns around and pops out 3 more Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Because why not?
Well, yeah, the checks didn't bounce. I get that. I mean, you
They
know,
don't bounce at all.
as
Them
long as the checks
checks.
don't bounce, I'll keep showing up for work.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean, especially now, like he's probably gotten accustomed to a very specific lifestyle.
Well, we know
Yeah.
that Amber Heard tried to ruin that lifestyle for him. Thanks to that
And
court case.
I'll say he handled that shit masterfully.
Oh yeah.
He
Yep.
handled that shit masterfully. Like, I can't say whether he did or did not do any of that shit or she. Like, I'm not them. I don't know their story, but I do know he handled that shit like somebody who didn't do it.
Yeah. He was calm, collected, and just let it go right into the courtroom. Like, all right, bitch, let's go.
I saw this
And then
clip.
everybody got to hear about her pooping in bed.
Yep. Yep. I think he was waiting for that one. Like he put this, what's coming. But there was a clip that popped onto my YouTube feed yesterday, and it was like her psychiatrist or something, and he was making these crazy ass faces, and Johnny Depp and his lawyer was both like, "What is going on right now?" Like they probably knew right then they won it.
Well, and then Aquaman 2, she ends up basically getting cut out of it in the long run. I don't know how much that hurt her.
Well, yeah, like how good did Aquaman 2 do? But
But so you've kind of been out of the loop. Have you kept up with the superhero movies?
somewhat. I saw that Supergirl didn't do well. And that's sad.
Yeah, I wanted it to do well.
Especially because of everything they were packaging into it. Like bringing Lobo in and finally bringing like that was a good cast for Lobo. And like with situations like that, a lot of times they'll scrap every project that was on the in the pipeline, you know, and
Yeah,
so that's a shame. And also like the first super well that's the reimagined Superman. It was a good movie. It was a good movie. I thought it was a good Superman movie, and I was really hoping they were going to build off of that. And that's not to say that the Supergirl movie is bad because I haven't seen it, so I gotta, but like for it not to do well is still an indicator of something not working. When that's a shame.
I wanted it to do well. Personally, I had a family friend that passed away last year that was big on Supergirl, and her
Mm,
mom is a coworker of mine, so I really wanted it to do well just because I felt like anytime I see something Supergirl,
yeah,
I feel like it's kind of checking in from Avery, so I wanted it to do well. But
yeah.
I'm not surprised because the Superman movie didn't do well.
I thought it did pretty well.
It didn't make it didn't make near the profit that they needed it to.
Mm.
Like it got good reviews.
Oh, okay, yeah. I personally kind of prioritize that over the money.
Well, I do until I real like you were saying, stuff is going to get canceled.
Hmm.
Projects are going to get stopped down the line. I'm a huge Green Lantern fan, so for me to have
That was a shame.
yeah, and now they're doing the series.
I'm kind of excited about that because DC has a pretty good track record with their series.
I I'm a Hal Jordan Green Lantern fan.
Which
Um,
Green Lantern is this going to be?
Hal and John Stewart.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I am excited about that.
Yeah. Which I think is a really cool idea given how John was introduced in the comics. Uh,
What did you think about the Guy Gardner Green Lantern, the Nathan Fillion playing Guy Gardner? What are your feelings of Guy
he,
Gardner? First off,
okay. Um, I like Guy Gardner as a Green Lantern,
hmm
but I don't like that version of Guy Gardner from Justice League Europe where it's all sillier than I like.
mm.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that era. I liked later in the comics when they have like all the different color spectrum in Green Lantern. Guy gets a red ring, and red
Mm.
is rage, and I
Hmm.
felt like that always fit him better. Like Guy was kind of the
Damn,
hothead.
I want to see that. Yeah, because even in
Uh,
this movie, he's a hothead. He's a
yeah, but he's a hothead wanting to swing punches at Batman and shit. That's like, that's the kind of hothead he is. That is Guy Gardner, a hothead that I know and enjoy. So for me, it wasn't really my version of Guy Gardner. I've never really gotten my what I think of Green Lantern should be like. I
yeah.
haven't gotten that in motion pictures.
That's a
That
hard one though too. Just because it's gonna be such a big production. It's hard
it
to
didn't
get big
have to
productions
be.
right.
It didn't have to. That first one did not have to have a $300 million budget.
That is a lot. That's a lot.
And Parallax is a simple entity in the comic. It's an infection basically, and then they
Hmm.
turn it into a fucking cloud in the movie, and that really kind of took me out. As
Yeah,
someone who was there opening day and had the poster for it on his college apartment wall, uh, yeah,
I wonder. I wonder what happens in the writers' room. when they make those kinds of changes. Like, because
You
yeah, I
are
mean,
you're looking at something that clearly has decades of source material you can use for storytelling here. So just pick a comic story and do it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, in a perfect world,
Yeah, we could have done Hal Jordan Emerald Dawn where he was arrested on an alien planet and charged for crimes. That would have been a different version to have told. That could have been the second Green Lantern movie and let us build the first one up
do you
with
know what
him
I
getting
wish they would have done? I wish they would have made the spinoff from the 1990 Flash.
with Wesley Ship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this like whoever made that Flash, I wish they would have made a spinoff and done Green Lanterns.
Have you not seen the clips from the Justice League movie that they wanted to do back then? Oh, it looks like dog shit. It's bad. I've seen some clips from that back in the day. I don't know that it was going to be directly connected, but it's that same era where they didn't have the money to do
See,
the
that's the thing.
space.
I feel like if it was specifically the same people that made that Flash show, because I feel like they did for what they did at that point in time with like the showing the Speed Force, but also the story. Like I feel like the story was good. You know, like the story was good, and they figured out how to show the hard parts.
Well,
But yes, the rest of that shit was hot garbage, especially DC.
dude, most of DC's movies are not that great. I've come to find. I really want them to be better, but it's like they forget that they're making a comic book movie at some point. Now, Peacemaker, did you watch it?
I saw some of it. I just I never had the time. I saw like more of I saw what is it? The movie Suicide Squad
Suicide Squad.
2.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love the Peacemaker. I just haven't seen I've seen like a couple of episodes of season 1.
the show is hilarious. I
Mm-hmm.
really that show was a lot of fun. That's I like James Gunn, and I like it. Like I loved Guardians of the Galaxy. Go all the way back to Slither. I loved that movie.
I will say this though for Peacemaker, they really got a gem in John Cena. Like just
Brave
looking
man
at
John Cena, who recently posted his bald head where he went to go get another hair transplant.
oh shit.
Yes. Yep. I was like, all right, John. I see. As a wrestling fan, I got to see John rapping to the ring all the time back in the day. So I've the comedy skills I've always known he had those.
That's the thing. Like it's like you said before. It's like excuse me, putting on a Broadway production every single night.
Yep.
Like I worked with some Broadway people. Like I did motion capture for Grand Theft Auto, and everybody else was from Broadway. And it's because you can literally throw anything at them, they will adapt and perform at the highest level, like immediately. And John Cena just man, head and shoulder, like he's just a great actor.
Have you ever been a wrestling fan?
Yes.
What era?
So the Arn Anderson NWA era was like when I started.
Okay.
Uh and I definitely was into NWA and eventually WCW. Like WCW was actually my preference for a while. Um
I've never liked the WWE over another company.
I like
I would watch it when it was the only option.
I liked I liked the I feel like they were better at the spectacle. Like I liked the characters and like the production style of WCW was more relatable to me because like I spent my whole life watching TNT and TBS.
Hmm?
You know, like a TBS show is familiar to me, and WCW was a TBS show. Also, when I found out Ted Turner died, I was like, wait a minute, he wasn't dead already?
I was the same way. I was like, what?
but
Now,
but
um,
yeah, so like uh the Crow Sting,
yeah.
vivid memory, like when he first came out, Goldberg, vivid memory.
So
Um
Sting just retired a couple of years ago, and he was working with AEW and still wrestling. Like he retired as one half of the tag team champions.
yeah.
Yeah, WWE had told him that he would never be able to wrestle again because he hurt his neck, and went to AEW, and they started doing like cinematic matches with him because it was during
hmm
COVID.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I don't know, I kind of think I could still. And he wrestled like 20 matches for him. They were
Damn.
all tag team and 6-man tag. The
Well,
guy
yeah, give a break.
that I was mentioning earlier, MJF, he's
hmm
actually defending, or he's the current AEW world champion. And he's heading in. Dude, they've got, see, you grew up watching the spectacle. And do you remember watching Benoit, Malenko, the technical wrestlers?
So them and then the Steiner brothers. Yeah, yeah. And fucking Bret Hart. So what the fuck is a Nightheart?
What do you mean?
Jim the Anvil
That's
Nightheart. What the fuck is a Nightheart?
it's just his last name. It's
I always I thought they were like because they're supposed to be brothers, right?
no, they weren't related.
Oh,
Um, I
I was today years old when I found out.
I think they might have been brother-in-laws. I think that's what it was.
Okay, yeah, yeah, it might have been brother-in-laws.
Natalia Neidhart, Anvil's daughter, is still wrestling today.
Damn.
Yeah, Brett is still bitching online about Bill Goldberg today.
I mean, he did ruin his career. Like,
Okay, that,
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this openly and honestly. Bret Hart, not wrong. Also, Bret Hart, move on.
so I will. Did Goldberg screw up and kick him in the head and give him a concussion? Yes. Bret Hart wrestled like 6 more matches after that night, like in the next month, knowing that he had a concussion. And what caused the stroke, he was riding a bicycle without a helmet and wrecked it. I don't put the blame
Mm,
on Goldberg. It was a combination of unfortunate things.
okay.
Um, yeah, I can't put all the blame on Goldberg, but I will say that Goldberg kind of sucked. He was 5 moves and done. That's all he had to do.
He just didn't have it's always the person with the least amount of experience is gonna do the most damage.
Well, yeah, he's what they called green.
He was just really talented,
Uh,
but like and I think that might have been the core of it with Bret Hart too. Like he comes from a wrestling tradition, a big family. His father was, teaching motherfuckers in the basement and all that shit.
well,
And
Brett never
so,
injured anybody.
hmm exactly. And so for this dude to come in here, and, he's what's wrong with it, and a series of unfortunate events, and I got to stop it. He's a face that I could put blame on,
Yeah,
and I get that. I mean, especially if you still pissed off.
and he likes to one of his more current ones is accusing Sean and Vince McMahon of being lovers.
I think it's because he can, because they're in shit now.
Yeah.
And like it's like on some Epstein level shit. So you could say anything, and you can't really put it past them anymore.
No.
Like
Well,
I
so
think he's just taking advantage of the situation at that point.
where Vince screwed up because this girl had signed the non-disclosure and was willing to do all of this stuff for money back in the time. Vince screwed up because he quit paying her. That's what made her sue him and bring it all out. Like, you thought that she wouldn't do this, and now I don't know how any company can put him as the head of it again.
I mean, okay, so when I was 19, I was a bouncer at one of the most infamous strip clubs in Atlanta called Club Nikki VIP.
Okay, what year would this have been? Uh-oh.
98, 99, maybe.
Okay.
And um they were uh-oh,
Uh-oh.
my back. Okay. But they were the owner owned Club Nikki and Gentlemen's Club, and they were two of the biggest strip clubs in the city of Atlanta, which is a big deal because Atlanta's a big strip club city. And their rivals were Magic City, the Magic City everybody talks about now. So they've been around for a long time. So the my incredible story with them, my story with them was incredible to begin with because there's a lot of stuff that I could say that I'm just not going to on record, but like they got, I quit the night I no call no show. I was like, something told me just don't go back in, and I didn't. I didn't answer any phone calls and managers calling all this stuff. And that night they got raided and shut down, and a bunch of people went to prison.
Wow.
That next day, I went and got a job at Earthlink selling the internet.
So what led you into acting anyways?
So a few years after that, I was still in Atlanta, and I was just looking for something creative because I've always been creative. I've always had this like something in me is like I need to make shit, right?
I feel that.
And at first, I was a visual artist, and I was painting. And I was like starting to learn digital art. Um, and I thought I was gonna be like an illustrator or animator or at least a graphic designer, and it just didn't work out. Right? It was one of those things that just didn't work out. Like I was always good at the art, but when it came to the money, things always got fishy. Same thing happened when I was cooking for a living. I thought I was gonna be a chef, and I got a job as a chef with a jacket and all that shit. But like once you see what cooking for money is like versus cooking for people, it's kind of gross. And
Yeah.
and so I didn't do that, and I thought I was gonna do music. And then I saw the music industry like, oh hell no. Absolutely not. This shit sucks. And so a few years down the road, when I growing up in school, I played cello, bass, and tuba. My main instrument was cello. I used the cello to teach myself the bass and the tuba, right?
That's cool.
And so I was musically inclined.
The missus is a former band nerd.
Mm-hmm.
So she will find that very interesting. She will enjoy that. I was a choir kid. I was in choir.
See, I was also in the
band.
choir.
Nice.
I was in everything except theater. Ironically, I
we didn't have theater, but I was in drama. And I had I had a driver's ed course that 4 days of the week was a study hall. I had it, and I used my drama class for study hall, for that driver's ed study hall. And then fifth period was also my actual study hall. So I
mhm.
stayed in there, and then sixth period was drama. So my last half of the day was working on props and stuff for drama class.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were learning all kinds of shit.
Yeah, it was fun. And then my first period class was choir. So my senior year, I was struggling with hard stuff.
Yeah.
But sorry, back to so what was the final
Okay. So
line?
yeah. So I told you that to tell you that I was in Little Five Points in Atlanta. That's where I was living, and it's like a half punk, half metal scene. You know what I mean? And this dude named Rob was putting up a production of Jesus Christ Superstar. And he was looking for people. He was going to have an orchestra, and he wanted people who could play instruments. And
Hmm.
so I hit him up, and he was like, "Come to my house." And I came to his house, and he opened the door and he looked at me, and he was like, "Can you sing?" And I was like, "I was in choir." and so he cast me as Caiaphas in Jesus Christ Superstar, and like it was so much fun. Like after every, and this is very, very regional theater. We are doing this for the love of the game.
Yeah.
No money is involved. We are just doing it because we enjoy it, right? And we do it for a couple years, every few months or so. And like the venues get a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. We pack them out, and so it's like it's dope. Um, and then one day I was at my job. I worked at I was like answering the phone for a Kaplan test prep. And I get this call from Rob, and he was like, "Hey, I got this audition for this play called Hair and It's Pain. But like today is the last day of auditions. You need to be down here by a certain time." And I looked at the time, and I was like, "Oh." So it like I have this. This is the exact thought I have at that exact second. All right, well, because it paid like 250 a week or something like that. Like, all right, well, if I take this, if I go to this audition and I get this job, I'm not gonna make enough money to keep my apartment. But if I stay at this desk and answer this phone for these people, I'm also not gonna be able to pay to keep my apartment. I'm gonna do the audition. I think that's gonna work out for me. And I was like, all right, I'll be there in a minute. And I got on the train and I auditioned, and it was a musical, right? And so I did the scene, like I like cold read a scene. And then they asked me to they asked me to sing. They like, it's musical theater people, so they have like musical theater songs. But I had never done this before. So I auditioned with Chocolate Salty Balls. Oh man, I forgot about that until just now. But yeah, I
Oh,
auditioned with
God.
chocolate salty
That's
balls, and
fucking great, man.
I got it, and I
Hey, can
lost
we
my
can we hear a
apartment.
little bit of chocolate salty balls now?
Absolutely not. My children are sleeping.
Damn it.
But
We need a Theodus Crane cover album of Isaac Hayes songs, and chocolate salty balls needs to be on there.
that's not
That's
the
what
worst idea you've ever had. I'm gonna tell you that
no,
right now.
this is what the world needs right now.
That's that's not the worst idea you've ever had at all. I think you might be onto something.
There you go.
I wouldn't not do it.
Well,
But no, I did that play, and we had an extended run. I think it ran like a month and a half, almost 2 months. And I I once I found out about the money part of it, like contracts and all that stuff, I got fascinated. Like the money didn't repulse me. It was like, oh, this is interesting. So how do you do more of this? And so it just became my mission after that. And that was like 2008. And I Googled a bunch of different actors and like looked at where they went to school and like what acting classes they were in, like who their agents were. And I just kind of reverse engineered a career. And I just started doing like this is back when you could still like get on Craigslist and not get murdered. So I
Yeah.
was on Craigslist looking for anything, and I was in my buddy's haunted house. I was doing all kinds of shit, and it
As long as
wasn't
the checks don't bounce.
exactly as long
Mhm.
as checks don't bounce.
Yep.
And um, eventually, I moved to New Orleans, and that's actually when things popped. I got to New Orleans, and the very first thing I got was this play by this woman named Pamela Davis Nolan. And she was the first person to cast me as a lead in anything. And she cast me as a lead in her play, and it ran for the Fringe Fest. It did really well. Um, and then I learned about film and TV, and that was the last play I ever did.
You realize there was more money over there? Uh-huh.
That was the last play I ever did, and then and then I found out about like
You were like, all right, I'm a lead. Now I'm out.
yeah, well I had to like I had to try it on. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
all right, and do I? Because like at that point in my life, I didn't really have a ton of self confidence, and I didn't really have an idea of like what I wanted my life to be. I was kind of aimless, and I felt like I was in like maybe 10 years of arrested development, just a lot of lessons I didn't learn, because I was just out there struggling, you know what I mean? And so, like, while I'm learning how the business goes and like picking up stuff and honestly and truthfully Googling my ass off. And I learned about IMDb and I learned about Actors Access and I learned about all these different websites that you use, and it used to be a lot more that you use to like get jobs where people are casting and they're like indie stuff and their student films, and then eventually one day somebody might cast you in something real, and that's just how it went. And I was also doing extra work. So I'd be an extra in movies, like doing background. My mom taught me about that when I was a kid because my mom was a hustler, and so like if she needed some money, she would like check all these different things, and one of them was if they was hiring for extras.
See,
Um,
my brother actually did that once.
yeah, this is
If you've
cool,
ever
man.
seen October Sky,
Mm-mm.
it's a um, it's about Homer Hickam and these kids who made rockets. Stars Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, okay.
Either Jake Gyllenhaal or Tobey Maguire. I get them confused, especially back then.
They are the same person. They are the same
Yeah.
person.
I'm pretty sure it's Jake Gyllenhaal though. And they shot it all around Oak Ridge and Knoxville, Tennessee. And my brother was an extra in it. It was kind of, like we went down and picked him up on set, and that was cool to
Mhm.
see.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then to watch the movie back later, and like there at the end of the movie, there's this big awards thing. Okay, I grew up going down there to the fair. It's the same building the fair has. So for
Hmm.
me, it felt very weird. I'm like, that's not an award show. That's the fair.
Yep. Yeah, man. Get to point stuff out, like having that local knowledge, like being able to pick things out. Um, that always felt really special. Like me and my mom would do that. We would have people come over and we would watch movies just to show them the part we were in.
Well, that's Imagine my surprise as late, I want to say it was like midnight. I decided to put in the movie called The Bagman.
Oh my
And
God.
while John Cusack is sitting there waiting for his boss to show up, in walks fucking Robert De Niro and you.
Oh no, I shot that door in and then we walked in.
Yeah, you shot the door in and walked in. I was like,
Yep.
what the hell?
Oh dude, I
So,
gotta tell you, my best birthday, the best birthday I ever had was because of that movie. I had just got past it. Now I was just about to go shoot The Walking Dead because they cast about the same time. So I booked The Walking Dead and I was out celebrating, and it was my birthday. And I also booked Bagman, but it was called Motel back then.
mm,
Um, and I was just celebrating. It was my birthday, and it was all this stuff's going well, like awesome. And so I'm out at lunch, and I'm a little bit buzzed, and I'm just eating and enjoying myself and having a great birthday. I think I might have just gotten out of the hot tub like an hour prior, like feeling great. And I get a phone call and they were like, "Hey, this is so and so from the movie Motel. We're wondering if you can come in for a rehearsal, like right now." Like, uh, 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 all right. And um, I was like, dope, because like that for me, that means I got one more check coming, and um, I also get like to meet the director and like whoever else is in this movie. And I have every couple of years, I have a birthday song, and it's just something that speaks to me in that morning. And whenever something goes really well, I play that song. And the one for that year was Everybody by the Backstreet Boys.
everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the whole day, I was just chilling. Every now and again, everybody. I get a phone call, like, and so I'm going to this rehearsal, and it's like an empty lot at like a abandoned looking warehouse, and there's like two other cars parked there, and I'm like, oh, I'm about to get murdered. God. And so I go in and I walk into this room. Apparently, is where we're gonna film. And I walk into the room, and the director, David, and I look at this motherfucker, Robert De Niro.
You sobered up real quick, didn't you?
Well, I had been sober at that point. Like once I got that phone call, I straightened my shirt out and it was over. But like it was Robert De Niro and this tall Brazilian woman and John Cusack. And that scene was not long. Like that's like maybe they were going through the whole script and they just wanted me in for that couple of minutes and they had the money to spare to give me a real time. Whatever, fine. But like I get a phone call, go to an abandoned warehouse, meet Robert De Niro and John Cusack. I get back in my car, and as I'm peeling out of this abandoned parking lot with my windows down, you hear blasted, everybody.
Oh shit.
Loud.
Well, and it's been roll after roll popping in. It seems like you pop up like every year in a different movie that I'm watching.
I've been very fortunate. Last couple of years, it's been like 2 or 3 projects a year. Just like based off of release. You might have made something a year ago or 2 years ago, but like they get released stacked on top of each other.
So
Um,
I'm guessing Five Nights 3 we're actually going to have substantial Theo time, right?
you
I
listen
mean,
to God's ears, man.
it was nice to have like more than a minute and a half of Theo in this second one because I felt like we had that cameo in the first one.
Yeah,
So
yep,
maybe you
yeah,
just need,
yeah. I like that. Call it a cameo. It was a cameo in the first one.
yeah, the first one was a cameo, and then you became the supporting person in the second one. So maybe you
Hmm.
just take over from the third one. There's the answer.
here's the thing, man. Like I this like community is new to me, and because I never could get into horror video games. Like I can watch horror movies
Mhm.
and they might scare me, but it's cool, right? But like something about horror video games, I don't know. I don't like being chased. And so like to be in control of the avatar on this screen is getting chased and I have to get away. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And so I just don't do horror video games. But like I love the story, but I just the world is new, and so I would like get online, get on Instagram, like every now and again I might get tagged in something or whatever, and people would have these fan theories, man. They would be like, "Oh, his name is Jared." Like this is off of the first movie before I knew I was going to be in the second movie. It's like, oh, his name is Jeremiah Fitzgerald. He was in blah 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 whatever. Like this is the game series that he's in. He has this storyline, and like every now and again that would just pop up again, different people. Um, and after the second movie came out, a few more people were saying a very similar thing, like, oh, like they're calling him Jeremiah, but the name is really Jeremy and something something. And I'm just like, maybe they've been just maybe I've been a giant Easter egg waiting to hatch this whole time.
Yeah, yeah,
You
you're gonna
know?
end up Five Nights at Freddy's 3, 4, and 5 will be your franchise.
You know what, man? I don't even like I love the way it is now with uh oh my god.
Hey, look,
Um
once you get a leading role in like a major motion picture, then you can transition into music.
I already transitioned into music.
Well, no, but you can focus as that's your sole because kind of like how you did the once you had your lead role on a stage play, you're like, all right, I'm
Oh,
out, I'm going into
well,
act,
well, here's the thing, man. Like,
and it could
once
be
I
an Isaac
get,
Hayes movie.
I would, I don't know that I'd be good for Isaac Hayes, but
You can do the
um,
voice for the songs.
there's a couple other singers who I could do, pretty well. Because like there's always people, you know, growing up, like your mom or somebody tell you kind of look like, and you look at it like, oh, I can see it. Um, but like, yeah, biopic would be cool. But like once you get the major like a lead role in a major motion picture, there's still like a few other levels to go up. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing about acting on from a competitive standpoint. Because I'm also an athlete. You know, I've always been an athlete. I've always been competitive. I've always had to have a little bit of a competitive streak in things that I do to kind of push myself. Like that's how I push myself. And acting has it because you can be you can be a lead on a major motion picture and there's still like 10 levels to strive for above where you are at that moment.
Well, yeah, I
You know,
mean, you can like look at James Cameron.
hmm
Yeah, like he has mastered all of the levels at this point, and that's now it's a matter of okay, you've got to try and top Avatar 4, 5, 6, whatever the box office ends up being for all the Avatar movies if you want to be the top. So there's a road to climb, and for actors, I guess there's that. Well, there's the question, Theo. Do you want to be an actor or do you want to be a movie star?
I want to be an actor. I want to be a well-paid actor.
Okay.
Yeah, so cheesy. It's not even cheesy, it's cliche, but I do love the craft of acting. I do love everything that goes into um presenting a character and a story in a way that helps perpetuate the story. You know, because there is the star where you are the thing that takes all the light, right? And I think there are are vehicles for that, but like there's also chances to tell a really cool story, you
Yeah,
know, and that's always fascinated me. I love good storytellers, so I love great directors and getting to work with some of these people. Like I've gotten to see, even if it's for like a little bit of time, like I've gotten to see some of the most brilliant minds in storytelling work.
see,
And
I am that with like you heard me talk about Daniel Day Lewis earlier.
mhm,
Like I love a good actor like him, but at the same time, you give me dick and fart jokes like Kevin Smith, and I'm the happiest man in the world.
that's still acting.
Yeah,
Why is
it
that not
is.
acting?
I really love like to me, Kevin Smith movies are the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like, just give me something
He
I can laugh at for 2 hours.
he's carved out his whole lane, man. Like he's got a universe of movies. That's just so dope. I heard him speak in Miami, I think it was SuperCon. And that because they had a lot of wrestlers that year too. Because I met the Hurricane right before I saw Kevin Smith speak. But he was talking like his whole thing was like just about being independent and like doing your own thing and like whatever the idea is, just grow it and all that kind of stuff. And his motivational, he was on his motivational tour, and so like that actually, I will say that actually got me like, because I was starting to lose focus on my acting career at that time because I was doing so many conventions. And
Mm.
that got me thinking like, oh right, the reason I'm here is because of this thing. Because conventions were fun, dog. Conventions were a lot of fun.
Do you still do them?
I do them. I hadn't in a while, and I just did a couple. Um, and it felt good. It wasn't like before. Nothing will ever be like before. That is a moment in time that cannot come back. Like the logistics are just not there.
It's lightning
But
in a bottle when two guys from southeastern Kentucky are known as moonshine by like 60 celebrities. Like
yeah,
it was you're not gonna repeat that.
yeah, there are so many things. Like my first convention was in Somerset, Kentucky.
Dead winter for Brian and Samantha Sizemore. I was
Wow.
there.
Yep.
I was
You
there
were
actually.
there?
Yes.
What the fuck? You've been
Yes. So they are no longer together. Um, but they are actually how me and my wife met.
Oh wow.
That was the only mutual friends that we had on Facebook
Wow.
because she worked at the Great Clips up here and had cut his hair. He worked at the radio station here.
Yeah.
And me and him had been friends from wrestling and conventions for years. She had saw my posts and was like, he seems like fun. So yeah, I was there. That was the one they got married at.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
That
That
wasn't.
was nuts.
Was that your first convention?
That was my first no, my first convention was in Atlanta. It was Days of the Dead. But the first convention that I booked, because like that one was just like I just kind of tagged along. But Dead Winter was the first one that I booked, and they like put me up and all that kind of stuff.
Nice. That was you got to hang out with DJ Trey with that
Mm-hmm.
one. Yeah. I've gotten
Yeah.
to party with Trey several times over the years. That was
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I met he was like the zombie rapper. You remember that dude?
No.
I think I met him there. I think I met him the first time. But like he was like a regular at horror conventions. He had this YZ, I think that was his name, YZ or something like that. But like he was making music, and his whole thing was that he was like a dead rapper.
Well, I
I
mean, I like the two guys who paint themselves up like clowns and rap about chopping heads off. So it
Yeah.
can't be too bad.
Everybody's got it. You put your music out enough, somebody will hear it and somebody will like it. Oh, is that a fucking tick?
Uh-oh. Are you going to get Alpha Gal on my show?
Oh no, you son of a bitch.
See? And that's why if you're at the gathering this year, you ought to be really careful of ticks, just like my friend Shovel has been warning everybody about, even though certain juggalos like Swill like to make fun of him for it.
Oh no.
Well, I'll let
I
you get
think
your
I'm
tick.
gonna go. Yeah.
I'll let you get your tick bite taken care of, and I'll give a shout out to our sponsors and play that outro as I do. Theodus. I still like it. Feels weird for me to say.
Theodus Crane.
Theodus Crane. I appreciate you coming on here and doing this with me. I feel like even though we've known each other for years, we've never really gotten to just chit chat.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
It was never quiet enough, you know?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
I'm gonna
usually
go.
a passing like, "Hey man, how you been? Good? Yeah, yeah. Here's some shine. Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah. Let's hang out after the show. We'd shoot the shit for a couple of hours, and not be able to remember all of it by the end of the night. But
Yeah. But hey, I'm gonna go
yeah,
do a thorough tick checking.
go
I'm
get that
starting
taken
to
care of, man.
freak
I
out a little
appreciate it.
bit. Oh, that was terrible. Oh no. All right. I'll talk to you later, man. Thanks
Hopefully,
for
you can
having
still
me.
eat red meat.
Oh fuck. All
See you,
right.
Theo.
Right.
Folks, if you are enjoying these After the Bell interviews, make sure to follow and give a shout out to our sponsors at Stover's Liquidation at 481 Tulsa Road in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. You can call them at 865-523-4449, or you can go by and see them in their Cookville location at 452 West Broad Street in Cookville, Tennessee, and give them a call at 931-526-2591. They're open from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. They are closed on Sundays. Go by and see them. Tell them that Till 5 sent you. And they'll keep paying these StreamYard bills. We'll keep having more interviews. If you like the show, let me know. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Till 5 everywhere that you can find us, especially our YouTube and Twitch streams, where you can see me be a little notorious ATB as I talk about professional wrestling in a much more exaggerated manner. Till then, here's our new outro with some of
Double D, Big Steel Man. And the card is subject to change. Watch it.
Welcome back to the show!
Welcome back to the show!
Greetings, Earthlings! I'm your friendly neighborhood juggalo, JR Butcher, and welcome back to the weird side of the internet. It's Sunday. You know what that means. That's right.
Oh, hey. Shovel. Precious Juggalos. Hey, I paint things, and I have merchandise. I have all kinds of stuff. Like this. Oh, and did I mention that I also do this?